The day I signed away my house, my mother brought homemade chocolate chip cookies to the lawyer's office. That should have been my first warning sign. She only bakes when she wants something. I'm Sienna, and 5 years ago I was living the millennial dream of actually owning property before 30. 3 years of 60-hour weeks at two jobs, living in a shoebox apartment and saying no to every vacation, new outfit, or night out had finally paid off. That modest three-bedroom craftsman with the creaky porch steps and garden full of wild roses was mine. All mine. Sweetheart, you're being silly, Mom said, sliding the cookie plate across the conference table. It's just a smart tax move. Your father and I have been homeowners for 30 years. We know what we're doing. I remember staring at those papers, the weight of the pen in my hand. I don't know, Mom. I worked really hard for this house. Exactly why we want to protect your investment, Dad chimed in, his voice carrying that familiar note of patronizing patience. You'll save thousands in property taxes if it's under our names. Nothing changes. It's still your house. The lawyer, not Reese, I didn't know her then, shuffled through the documents. Miss Meyer, are you sure you want to proceed with this transfer of deed? Mom's hand squeezed my shoulder. Of course she does. We're family. We take care of each other. I signed. God, I was such an idiot. Congratulations, the lawyer said flatly. The property is now in your parents' names. Mom hugged me, the scent of her signature perfume wrapping around me like a silk noose. See? Easy as pie or cookies. She laughed at her own joke. Dad nodded, already checking his watch. Smart move, kiddo. Now who's hungry? That was 5 years ago. 5 years of renovations, garden parties, Christmas decorations, and building a life. My house became my sanctuary. Every nail I hammered, every wall I painted, every rose bush I planted. It was my dream manifesting in real time. Until 10 minutes ago when my phone buzzed with a Zillow alert. I'm staring at my screen now, my hands shaking so hard I can barely hold my phone. There it is. My house, my fucking house, listed for immediate sale. 4-bedroom craftsman. They're counting the converted attic. Charming period details, mature garden, motivated sellers, immediate occupancy available. The realtor's name is Natasha. Her smiling headshot sits next to the listing, right below the asking price that's making my vision blur. $485,000. I call my mother, straight to voicemail. I call my father, straight to voicemail. I text them both. Why is my house listed for sale? 3 dots appear in my message thread with Mom, then disappear, appear again, disappear. Finally, come over for dinner tonight, sweetie. We need to talk about Dean. Of course, it always comes back to Dean. My brother's name sits in my message thread like a loaded gun. I should have known. The last time he visited, he was asking weird questions about the house's value, about refinancing, about equity. Another text from Mom. It's complicated, honey, but family helps family. You understand. I understand perfectly. I understand that 5 years ago I handed them the weapon they'd eventually use to destroy me. I understand that all those cookies and hugs and were family speeches were just pretty wrapping paper around a time bomb. My phone buzzes again. It's a notification from my realtor app. Someone's already scheduled a viewing for tomorrow. My hands stop shaking. Something cold and clear crystallizes in my chest. They want to play games with my life's work? Fine. But they forgot one thing. I'm not that naive little girl anymore, and I've learned a few tricks of my own. He opened my contacts and scrolled to R. Reese, my lawyer, picks up on the second ring. Sienna, what's wrong? Remember that contingency plan we discussed? My voice sounds strange, distant. It's time. The family meeting starts exactly how I expect, with my mother's tears. We had no choice. she sobs, dabbing her eyes with a monogrammed handkerchief. We're sitting in their formal dining room, the one reserved for holidays and catastrophes. These people, they're dangerous. They'll hurt Dean if we don't pay. Dad stands by the window, his back to us, hands clasped behind him like some CEO delivering bad news. Your brother made some poor decisions. Poor decisions? I keep my voice level. You're selling my house because of his poor decisions? Our house, Dad corrects, turning around. Legally, it's our house, and yes, we need to liquidate assets quickly. The front door opens and closes. Heavy footsteps in the hallway. Dean appears in the doorway, looking exactly like someone who's been sleeping in his car. His designer shirt is wrinkled, his eyes bloodshot. Hey, sis! He tries for his usual charming smile, but it's cracked around the edges. I really messed up this time. How much? I ask. Mom's crying intensifies. Dean looks at the floor. How much? 340,000, Dad says quietly. The number hits me like a physical blow. Jesus Christ, Dean. I can fix this. Dean steps forward, hands spread. I just need time. And maybe a loan to show good faith? I laugh. I can't help it. A loan? You mean like the 40,000 you borrowed last year for your business venture? Or the 20,000 before that for your investment opportunity? That was different. Or maybe like the 30,000 you needed for legal fees when you got caught? Sienna, Mom cuts in, your brother's in real trouble. These aren't nice people he owes money to. They've made threats. Of course they have. I stand up, my chair scraping against the hardwood. And naturally, the solution is to sell my house, the house I bought, the house you promised would always be mine. We're family, Dad says, as if those two words explain everything. We protect our own. Protect? My voice rises. You mean like how you protected my life savings, my future, my... I'll pay you back, Dean interrupts. Every cent, I swear. I just need this one chance to make things right. I look at him, really look at him. My big brother, the golden child, the charmer who could talk his way out of anything. Mom and Dad's precious son who never faced a consequence he couldn't smile his way through. No, I say quietly. What? Mom's tears stop abruptly. I said no. Sell your own house if you want to bail him out. My house is off the market. Dad steps forward. Sienna, be reasonable. The listing is already live. We have viewings scheduled. Cancel them. We can't cancel them. I pull out my phone, or I will make things very, very complicated. Are you threatening us? Dean's charm vanishes, replaced by something ugly. After everything this family's done for you? Done for me? I laugh again, but there's no humor in it. You mean like stealing my house to pay off your gambling debts? We didn't steal anything, Mom protests. You signed it over to us. Under false pretenses. That's fraud, Mom. Ask a lawyer. The room goes very quiet. Dad's face pales slightly. You wouldn't, Dean whispers. I meet his eyes. Try me. Sienna, please. Mom reaches for my hand. I pull away. He's your brother. They'll hurt him. Not my problem. I head for the door, then turn back. Oh, and Dean, next time you need a favor, remember how it felt watching Mom cry while you tried to steal my house? You bitch, he snarls, mask completely gone now. You're really going to let them break my legs over this? I pause in the doorway. Funny how it's always someone else's job to fix your mistakes. Not anymore. My phone buzzes as I walk to my car. It's Reese. Papers are ready. Sure you want to do this? I think about Mom's strategic tears, Dad's cold logic, Dean's manipulative pleading, 5 years of thinking I was protected by family, only to discover I was just a backup plan for my brother's next crisis. Yes, I text back. File everything. Time to show them exactly who they're dealing with. Tell me again when you first suspected something was wrong, Reese says, spreading documents across her desk. The morning sun streams through her office windows, casting long shadows over property deeds and bank statements. 6 months ago, I reply, pulling out my phone, when Dean asked to borrow money again, but this time he wanted to know about the house's equity too. Reese nods, her reading glasses perched on her nose. Show me. I pull up the text thread. Hey sis, random question. That house must be worth a lot now, right? Ever think about taking out equity? Could help both of us out. And that's when you came to me, Reese says, not really a question. That's when I started documenting everything. I hand her a USB drive, every conversation, every loan request, every promise to pay me back, and this. I play an audio recording from 3 months ago. Dean's voice fills the office. Mom and Dad would never let anything happen to that house, right? I mean, technically it's theirs, but they'd protect it for you. Reese's eyebrows rise. He was fishing. Testing the waters, I confirm, seeing how I'd react if something happened to the house. Smart girl, Reese starts typing. The lien I'm filing cites civil fraud, unjust enrichment, and breach of fiduciary duty. Once it's recorded, they can't sell or refinance without dealing with you first. My phone buzzes, a text from Mom. The realtor is coming at 3. Please don't make this difficult. How long until the lien is active? I ask. The moment I hit send. Reese's fingers hover over her keyboard. Last chance to back out. I think about Dean's smirk when he asked about equity, about Mom's cookies and Dad's patronizing smile the day I signed away my house, about 5 years of thinking I was protected when I was really just being set up. Do it. Reese hits enter. Done. Now we wait. We don't wait long. At exactly 3:15 p.m., my phone explodes. First, it's the realtor, Natasha. Ms. Meyer, there seems to be a serious issue with the property title. Please call me immediately. Then, Mom, what did you do? Dad, call us now. Dean, you fucking snake. Right on schedule, Reese says, checking her watch. Want to bet how long before their lawyer calls? They don't have one yet, I say. They thought this would be easy. Quick sale, quick cash for Dean, problem solved. My phone rings, Mom again. I let it go to voicemail. You know they'll try to fight this, Reese warns. It could get ugly. It already is ugly. I stand up, gathering my things. They just didn't expect me to fight back. Where are you going? Home, my actual home, not the house they stole. I want to be somewhere safe when the storm hits. Reese nods approvingly. Smart. Keep recording everything. And Sienna? She catches my eye. You're doing the right thing. Don't let them convince you otherwise. I'm barely through my apartment door when the texts start again. Mom, the realtor says there's a lien. Please tell me you didn't. Mom, answer your phone. Mom, we're your family. Dad, this is disappointing behavior. Dad, we raised you better than this. Dean, hope you're happy. They're going to kill me and it'll be your fault. I forward each message to Reese, then pour myself a glass of wine. My hands aren't shaking anymore. For the first time since seeing that Zillow listing, I feel completely calm. My phone buzzes one last time. It's Natasha, the realtor. I've suspended the listing pending resolution of legal issues. I'm sorry, but I can't proceed with showings until this is cleared up. I smile, remembering Mom's tears, Dad's stern lectures, Dean's manipulative pleading. They thought they had all the power. They thought I was still that trusting girl with the chocolate chip cookie crumbs on her fingers, signing away her future because family helps family. They thought wrong. I text Reese. First domino just fell. Listing suspended. She replies immediately. Good. Now watch them scramble. I settle onto my couch, wine in hand, and wait for the next wave of messages. Let them cry. Let them threaten. Let them try to manipulate. I'm not signing anything this time. The pounding on my apartment door starts at 11:47 p.m. I know because I'm staring at my phone, watching Mom's 15th voicemail roll in when I hear it. Open the fucking door, Sienna. Dean, drunk by the sound of his voice. I know you're in there. Open up or I'll break it down. I press record on my phone and walk to the door. Through the peephole, I can see him swaying slightly, his expensive shirt untucked, hair wild. The neighbors can hear you, I say calmly. I'm recording everything. Recording? He laughs, harsh and ugly. Like a good little lawyer? Did your precious Reese teach you that trick? Go home, Dean. You're drunk. They're going to kill me. His fist hits the door again. Do you understand? Actually kill me. And you're worried about recording? I unlock the door but leave the chain on. Dean's face appears in the crack and I barely recognize him. His eyes are bloodshot, desperate. How much do you really owe? I ask quietly. What? The real number, Dean, not what you told Mom and Dad. He blinks, caught off guard. 340. The truth. His face crumples. 485. Almost $500,000. Exactly the listing price of my house. Jesus Christ. I can fix it, he says, but his voice cracks. I just need the house money. 1 week to pay them back, that's all. And then what? You'll gamble that away too? Fuck you. He slams his palm against the doorframe. You think you're so perfect? Miss Independent with her perfect house and perfect life? You owe us. I owe you nothing. We're family. Family doesn't steal from family. It's not stealing if it was never really yours. He tries to force the door wider, but the chain holds. Mom and Dad owned that house. You signed it over. Under false pretenses. That's fraud, Dean. Want me to explain what that means for them, for you? His face goes pale. You wouldn't. Try me. Discovery would be fascinating. All those loans, all those promises to pay me back. The texts, the recordings, I'll sue you, he snarls. I'll take everything you have. I smile. Try. Discovery's a beautiful thing. They should have never helped you buy that house. He spits. You're nothing but an ungrateful little. I bought that house myself. I cut him off. Every penny. While you were blowing money at casinos, I was working 60-hour weeks. While you were begging Mom and Dad for bailouts, I was saving everything I earned. That house is mine. It was never yours to lose. Then why'd you sign it over? His smile turns cruel. Not so smart after all, huh? Smart enough to see this coming, smart enough to prepare. I hold up my phone, still recording. Smart enough to document everything you just said. The blood drains from his face. Delete that. No. Sienna, please. And there it is, the switch from anger to manipulation. His voice softens, becomes pleading. I'm your brother. I need your help. You need consequences. They'll break my legs or worse. Not my problem. How can you be so cold? I lean closer to the crack in the door. Because you taught me how. He stares at me for a long moment, then straightens up. Something dark passes over his face. You'll regret this. I already sent tonight's recording to my lawyer, I say, and the building has security cameras, just in case you were thinking of doing something stupid. He backs away from the door, pointing at me. This isn't over. Yes, it is. I start to close the door. Oh, and Dean, next time you want to threaten someone, don't do it drunk on camera with witnesses. I shut the door, slide down against it, and let out a shaky breath. My phone buzzes. A text from Reese. Got the recording, adding it to the file. You okay? I think about Dean's face, the way it changed from rage to manipulation to threat, about how clearly I saw through him this time. Yes, I text back. I'm okay, and for the first time in years, I actually mean it. Remember when you broke my Barbie dream house? Mom asks, sitting at my kitchen table uninvited, clutching her coffee mug like a life preserver. You cried for days. Daddy glued it back together piece by piece. Why are you here, Mom? Can a mother visit her daughter? She pulls out her phone, slides it across the table. Look at this picture. Christmas 2002. You and Dean matching pajamas. Stop. We were so happy then. Such a perfect family. Until Dean needed money again? I stand up, take her untouched coffee. I'm not lifting the lien. Sweetheart, please. Her eyes well up. Your father and I, we're not sleeping. Dean's disappeared. His phone's disconnected. That makes me pause. What do you mean, disappeared? 3 days now. No calls, no texts. These people he owes money to, they're getting impatient. Have you filed a police report? She looks away. We can't. Why not? Because, she twists her wedding ring, because the debt, it's not exactly what we thought. My stomach drops. What does that mean? Your father found something. Bank statements from an account we didn't know about. The debt isn't 340, it's 485. I finish. I know, Dean told me. Her head snaps up. When? When he showed up drunk at my door, threatening to break it down. He wouldn't. I play the recording. Mom's face crumples as she listens to her son's drunken rage, his threats, his admission of the real debt. Oh God, she whispers, what has he done? The better question is, what are you going to do? I lean forward. Because that house, it's not his get out of jail free card, not this time. My phone buzzes. A text from Alana. Turn on the news. Channel 7, now. I grab the remote, flip to the local station. Mom goes pale as the headline scrolls. Local casino under investigation for illegal high-stakes games. Multiple arrests expected. That's where Dean... She trails off. My phone buzzes again. Reese this time. Check your email now. I open the attachment she sent. Bank statements. Lots of them. Mom? My voice is very quiet. Did you know Dean was using your social security number to open credit accounts? She stares at me, uncomprehending. Because according to these statements, someone opened 6 credit cards in your name, maxed them all out at casinos. That's identity theft, Mom. Federal crime. No, she shakes her head. He wouldn't. The dangerous people he owes money to, they're not loan sharks. They're a casino trying to cover up illegal gambling, and Dean's been stealing your identity to play there. Mom's face goes from pale to gray. She fumbles for her phone, dials Dad's number with shaking fingers. Edwin? Edwin, you need to check our accounts, now. She listens, and I watch the last of her color drain away. How much? Oh, God. She hangs up, stares at nothing. What did he take? I ask, already knowing. Our retirement account, she whispers. Almost all of it. Your father just found the withdrawal from 3 days ago. The same day Dean disappeared. The same day the casino investigation started. He's running, I say, and he left you holding the bag. Mom starts to cry, but these aren't her usual manipulative tears. These are real broken sobs. What do we do? She asks between gasps. Sienna, what do we do? I should feel vindicated, satisfied. Instead, I just feel tired. First, you file a police report. For the identity theft, the fraud, all of it. Then you call your bank, freeze your accounts, cancel every credit card, and you pray that Dean gets caught before he can steal from anyone else. But he's your brother. Stop. I hold up my hand. Just stop. He's a criminal who stole from his own parents, who tried to steal my house, who's probably halfway to Mexico with your retirement money right now. It's time to wake up, Mom. She stares at me like she's never seen me before. Maybe she hasn't. Not really. I'll help you file the reports, I say finally, but the house stays in limbo until this is sorted out. Non-negotiable. Mom nods slowly, defeated at last. When did you get so strong? When you and Dad taught me I couldn't count on anyone else. The truth lands like a slap. Mom flinches but doesn't argue. She knows I'm right. The police find Dean in Reno, not in a casino but in a cheap motel with 2 laptops, a stack of fake IDs, and detailed instructions for opening credit accounts in other people's names. Turns out the gambling was just the tip of the iceberg. Mom and Dad show up at my apartment the day after his arrest. No warning, no call, just aggressive knocking at 8 a.m. on a Sunday. We need to talk, Dad says when I open the door. He looks 10 years older than the last time I saw him. Mom hovers behind him, clutching her purse like a shield. About what? I step aside, let them in. Dean's arrest? The identity theft? Or how about the fact that he stole your retirement? About family loyalty, Dad snaps. About how you're punishing us for loving your brother. I actually laugh. Loving him. You enabled him. There's a difference. We protected him, Mom bursts out, like we tried to protect you. By stealing my house? We didn't steal anything. Dad slams his hand on my kitchen counter. You signed it over willingly. Because you lied, I'm shouting now, years of quiet resentment finally boiling over. You manipulated me with fake tax schemes and family obligation, all so you'd have a safety net for Dean's next crisis. That's not true. It is true. And you know what the worst part is? I step closer to them. You never once protected me, not from Dean's loans, not from his manipulation, not from anything. You raised a monster and threw away the daughter who built something real. Now lie in what you nurtured. Mom starts crying. Dad's face turns red. How dare you? He begins. No, how dare you? I cut him off. Dean stole your retirement. He committed federal crimes using your identity. He's facing serious prison time. And you're here yelling at me about family loyalty? We can't abandon him, Mom sobs. He needs us. He needs consequences. For once in his life, he needs to face what he's done. By destroying our family, Dad demands. This family was destroyed long ago, I say quietly. You just couldn't see it because Dean was your golden child and I was your backup plan. My phone rings. It's Reese. Put it on speaker, Dad orders. I answer, hit speaker. What's up? Dean's lawyer just called, Reese says. They're trying to file for bankruptcy. Listed your house as one of his assets. Mom gasps. Dad goes pale. He what? I grip the phone tighter. Claimed he had a verbal agreement with your parents about the property. But don't worry, Arlene blocked it. Though, Reese pauses. His new creditors might come after your parents directly now. Dad sits heavily on my couch. He told them he owned the house? Apparently he's been telling a lot of people that, Reese continues. The FBI found documents where he was using the property as collateral for loans. Multiple loans. Mom starts hyperventilating. Edwin, the retirement account. Oh, God, Dad whispers. He used it to pay off one of those loans, didn't he? The silence on the phone is answer enough. I'll email you the details, Reese says finally. But Sienna, keep that lien in place. This is about to get much messier. I hang up, look at my parents, really look at them. Mom's mascara running down her cheeks, Dad's hands shaking as he loosens his tie. Still want to lecture me about family loyalty? I ask softly. We were trying to save him, Mom whispers. No, You were trying to save yourselves from admitting what he really is, and you were willing to sacrifice my future to do it. Dad stands up suddenly. We should go. Need to call our bank, our lawyer. Good idea. I walk them to the door. Oh, and Mom, Dad, one more thing. They turn back. Next time you want to talk about family loyalty, remember this moment. Remember how it felt discovering your precious son was stealing from you while you were trying to steal from me. Sienna, please. Mom reaches for me. I close the door, lock it, press my forehead against the cool wood and listen to their footsteps fade away. My phone buzzes with a text from Reese. You okay? I think about Mom's tears, Dad's anger, Dean's betrayal, about how clear everything finally is. Yes, I text back. I'm free. The federal courthouse is colder than I expected. I sit in the witness box, hands folded in my lap, watching Dean in his orange jumpsuit as the prosecutor approaches. Ms. Meyer, please tell the court about the financial relationship between you and your brother. I lean toward the microphone. Over the past 5 years, Dean borrowed approximately $90,000 from me through various loans. And did he repay these loans? No. Objection. Dean's lawyer stands. Relevance goes to pattern of behavior, Your Honor, the prosecutor says, establishing a history of financial fraud. Overruled. Continue. The prosecutor holds up a document. This is a text message from the defendant, dated March 15th. Could you read it for the court? I take the paper. It says, Sis, I know the house is technically Mom and Dad's now, but we could use the equity. Help me out one last time. Dean won't look at me. Mom and Dad sit behind him, Mom clutching a handkerchief, Dad staring straight ahead. And what happened after this message? I discovered Dean had been telling people he owned my house, using it as collateral for illegal loans. Your house? Dean's lawyer interrupts. But the deed shows your parents as owners. A transfer obtained through fraud, I reply calmly, which is why I filed the lien. The questioning continues for hours. Every loan, every lie, every manipulation laid bare under fluorescent lights. Dean slumps lower in his chair as the evidence mounts. Identity theft, wire fraud, illegal gambling, money laundering. During a recess, Mom approaches me in the hallway. Your father's not well, she says quietly, his blood pressure. Don't, I cut her off. Don't try to guilt me about this. He's having chest pains, Sienna. The stress? The stress of what? Finding out your son is a criminal? Or that your plan to steal my house backfired? She flinches. We were desperate. You were enablers. There's a difference. Back in the courtroom, the prosecutor presents her final evidence. Recordings of Dean threatening me at my apartment, bank statements showing the drained retirement accounts, documents proving he used Mom and Dad's identities to secure illegal loans. The judge's verdict is swift and severe, 15 years. No possibility of early parole. Dean finally looks at me as they lead him away. His eyes are cold, empty. Hope you're happy, he spits. Happier than you'll be in federal prison, I reply. Outside the courthouse, Dad clutches his chest suddenly, stumbling against a pillar. Edwin, Mom screams, someone call an ambulance. I watch paramedics load my father into an ambulance 20 minutes later. Mom goes with them, not even looking in my direction. My phone buzzes. Reese. Heard about your dad. You okay? He made his choices. I text back. They all did. Later that night, I get the call. Dad didn't make it. Massive heart attack brought on by stress. Mom leaves a voicemail, her voice broken and raw. Are you satisfied now? Your father's dead, your brother's in prison. You got your revenge. I hope it was worth it. I play the message for Alana over wine. That's not fair, she says. You didn't cause this. Didn't I? No, they caused this. All of them. Your mom trying to blame you is just more manipulation. I stare into my wine glass. Then why do I feel so human? Alana reaches across the table, squeezes my hand. Because you are. Because despite everything they did, you still loved them. And that's okay. My phone buzzes again. A text from Natasha, the realtor. I'm so sorry about your father. For what it's worth, I've withdrawn completely from the listing. This whole situation. I don't finish reading. Instead, I pour more wine. What now? Alana asks softly. Now? I look out my apartment window at the city lights. Now I keep the lien in place. Let Mom figure out her own mess. And I finally start living for myself. No guilt? No guilt. I raise my glass. Just clarity. We clink glasses, and I feel something shift inside me. Not happiness exactly, not relief, but something closer to peace. They wanted to break me. Instead, they broke themselves. The doorbell rings while I'm watering my apartment's new window garden. Through the peephole, I see Mom, looking smaller than I remember, clutching a familiar blue photo album. I open the door, but don't invite her in. What do you want? To return something. She holds out the album. Found it while packing up the house. It's yours. Packing up? I'm selling it. Our house, I mean. Not, she swallows hard. Not your house. The one where you grew up. I take the album. Why? Can't afford it anymore. Between Dad's medical bills, the lawyers, Dean's restitution payments. She shrugs. Time to downsize. Come in, I say finally. I'll make coffee. She sits at my kitchen table, looking at my thriving plants, the yoga mat in the corner, the travel magazines on the counter, signs of a life moving forward. You look good, she says quietly. I am good. The lien is still active. Yes. She nods slowly. I visited Dean yesterday. How is he? Different, quiet. She twists her wedding ring. He's getting therapy, actually talking about things. First time for everything. Sienna. Mom reaches into her purse, pulls out an envelope. I know it's not enough, but I want you to have this. Inside is a cashier's check for $40,000. What's this? Part of the sale proceeds from our house. It's not much, but keep it. Please. Her voice cracks. Let me try to make something right. Mom, I sit down across from her. You can't buy back what we lost? I know, but I can stop making excuses. Stop enabling. Stop. She wipes her eyes. Stop pretending I was protecting anyone when I was really just avoiding truth. I open the photo album. There we are, a perfect-looking family. Dean and me in matching outfits. Mom's proud smile, Dad's rare grin, all of it fake. I'm not lifting the lien, I say. I know. And I'm not moving back into that house. I know that too. So why are you really here? She takes a deep breath. To tell you you were right about everything. The manipulation, the enabling, the favoritism. We failed you. I failed you. And I'm sorry. I study her face, looking for the usual signs of manipulation. Find none. What do you want from me, Mom? Nothing. She stands up. Just wanted you to know that I see you now, really see you, and I'm proud of who you've become, even if it meant losing who we pretended to be. She heads for the door, then turns back. Oh, and I fired our lawyer, hired Reese instead. She's helping me untangle everything Dean did legally this time. I almost smile. She's good at that. Yes, she is. Mom pauses. She said something interesting. Said sometimes the strongest families are the ones we build after the old ones burn down. Smart woman. Yes. Mom opens the door. Goodbye, Sienna. Mom? She turns. Call me sometime if you want. She nods, eyes wet, and leaves. I sit with the photo album, the cashier's check, the lingering scent of mom's perfume. My phone buzzes, a text from Alana. Yoga class tonight, followed by wine and bad movies? I look around my apartment, at the plants I nurture, the travel plans on my vision board, the life I'm building from ashes of what burned. Absolutely, I text back. My chosen family is the best family. I tear up the check, close the photo album. Some things can't be bought back. Some shouldn't be. The sun streams through my window, warming the herbs I'm growing. Somewhere across town, Mom is packing up her old life. In a federal prison, Dean is finally facing consequences. And here, in this space that's purely mine, I'm growing something new, not from obligation, not from manipulation, not from guilt, from truth. And truth, I've learned, is the strongest foundation of all. I grab my yoga mat, head out into the sunshine. Time to build something real, something mine, something free,